Hey guys, it's Thanksgiving. You know what that means. Merry Christmas! And what better to do when celebrating the holidays than crack open a jug of eggnog, kick back in your pajamas, and force yourself to watch a terrible Netflix movie. I stumbled upon this movie Falling for Christmas on my Netflix feed about a week ago, and I tried as hard as I could to put off watching it. But eventually the holly jolly spirit took over me, and it forced me to watch this shit. It's actually trending on Netflix now, so I guess everybody else feels the same way as me. This movie stars Lindsey Lohan, whose performance can only be summed up as well as this dude from Glee, who my girlfriend referred to as Trout Mouth, and I get that, and some other actors, randos. The movie starts with some montage music and Lindsey Lohan's character Sierra waking up in this super nice hotel lodge. This is the Belmont Resort, owned by Sierra's father, Mr. Belmont. And I'm sorry, but this guy just looks like a ball sack. That's mean. He's not ugly. It's just like, he's reminiscent of a ball sack. We're then introduced to Sierra's boyfriend Tad, played by this guy. His character is meant to be like a super snobby social media influencer, whatever those are. And he's arguably the worst part of this movie.
After lunch with your father,
why don't we hit the slopes and snap a few ussies, huh?
Oh, I get it. Ussies. Like selfies, but with us. That's really funny stuff. I just want to clarify and say this actor's not terrible. It's just this role that he's put in and kind of the role that his character plays in this movie that I hate. Anyway, they're talking on the phone about Sierra not wanting this job that her rich dad offered her.
Yeah, I just want people to remember me for more than my last name.
Time for a selfie, no limit. See you soon.
Okay, I love... Hello?
Bad connection?
Something like that.
The writing and acting in the scene is so stilted. Like the way it just awkwardly immediately cuts to this assistant.
Hello?
Bad connection?
Bad connection. Something like that. Nobody would respond like that in real life. This is what I call a Disney Channel response. Something like that. We're next introduced to the love interest of the movie. His name Jeff. Hey guys, so I just really quickly want to cut in and say his name is not Jeff, it is Jake. I don't know why I thought it was Jeff the entire time, but let's just go ahead and pretend it's Jeff for the rest of the video. Also, while you're here, go ahead and follow my Patreon and support me. You know, thanks. He owns the other lodge in town that's like the underdog, like small time old crappy piece of shit lodge that sucks and no one wants to go to, or at least that's how he makes it seem. So Jeff tries to talk to Rich Daddy Belmont about possible funding, and he's like, race me for it.
Sure, but you're gonna have to beat me to the bottom of the run. Falling behind, boy.
The scene is almost sick, minus the really bad green screen segments they throw in there. Whoa, he's really doing that. That's crazy. So Jeff loses, and they end up at the nice resort where Jeff really lays out his proposal.
And you think that I should invest in your lodge in order to make sure that this keeps happening, is that correct?
More or less, yeah.
Oh, Skylar. Coco?
Belmont turns him down, but he does get a free chalky milk on the house.
Mr. Russell, I wish I could help you, but I have my own investors to answer to. I'm sure you understand. There you go, on the house, and anything else you may need today.
We then get the most fucking generic bumping into each other scene between the two love interests of this movie.
Fireplace.
God!
I am so sorry, I didn't see you there.
Ah, shucks, I'm so sorry. I'm a small town boy. I don't know what to do with my hands.
It was an accident. You know, I came around the corner, and then she was coming around the corner, and then we just kind of wham, a chocolate thing.
Was a chocolate? What is a chocolate thing? Don't say that. They try way too hard to make Jeff goofy and likable, but he just comes off as really obnoxious and an annoying character.
Yeah, easy with the finger.
Hey, easy on that finger, man. I have been noticing you've been using it a lot, so give it a break. Make sure to give that finger a break, man. Okay? They wrote Jeff like he was Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man or something. He's such a confusing character. Why is he quipping? Now we cut to the shitty old dumb lodge that Jeff owns, and it's fucking sick. How is this place struggling at all? It's so nice. Like, the other resort is like this ugly gray, like, hotel. And this is like fucking Santa's workshop. I would go here. The next characters we meet are the daughter of Jeff. I don't remember her name at all. I'll put it on the screen somewhere. And her grandma. So Jeff's ex-wife's mom. So it turns out his wife died a few years back and he inherited this lodge from her. So it's all very important to him and his family.
What we need is a miracle.
Haven't you heard, Dad? Christmas is the time for miracles.
I'm awful because this little girl pisses me off so much. She's probably super nice, but the child actors in these movies are always fucking awful.
Where are you guys going?
Dad, the Christmas wish tree.
Remember?
We cut to Jeff in his office looking all stressed out and throwing out paper envelopes as failing business owners tend to do. But he seems a little extra concerned until he opens up this drawer to smile at this doll and then shove it in the back of the drawer. Okay, cool. What is this? In the next scene, we find out that Sierra's mom also died when she was younger, and she has this snow globe to remember her by.
Surprised you remember. You're only 5 when she...
Unfortunately, Mr. Belmont has this trip planned, so he'll be gone for a while, which will be important later on in the movie. Sierra and Tad head out on this date that Tad had planned in the mountains somewhere completely remote. And for some reason, Sierra's dressed like a villain from the Minions movies. And on the way up, they actually do a reference to Mean Girls, as my girlfriend so kindly pointed out. The scene where they're singing Jingle Bell Rock.
Oh, I love this song.
I wonder if Lindsey Lohan was in this movie. Huh. While Sierra is headed out on her date, Jeff is back at his resort giving his guests a sleigh ride trip. And we meet some of the most obnoxious people in this film, which is saying a lot.
Are you two ready?
Yeah, let's go.
Is this thing safe?
It moves at 10 miles per hour max. You are fine.
Where's your sense of adventure?
Couldn't be safer.
What, this whole thing? So Sierra and Tad end up at their destination, but Tad doesn't know how to get the snowmobile off the car because he is a social media influencer and they are dumb.
Do you know how to unhook the snowmobile by any chance? Okay, snowmobile, unhook.
Then it just randomly cuts to the scene where they're on the snowmobile on their way up the mountains, just riding down. Somehow they got it off. I don't know. They end up going down this path that actually has a danger sign that was covered in snow, so we shouldn't be there. We cut to Jeff's kid and his stepmom at this place called the Wishing Tree, where we meet the absolute bane of this movie, the chestnut guy.
Hot roasted chestnuts, folk, right here, okay.
Hot roasted chestnuts, folks, right here. I'm a chestnut guy, give me your chestnuts. His hot nuts might disarm you, but trust me, he is a nuisance.
And remember, you only get one wish, so make it count.
Dude, what the fuck? Stop staring at that child. All I gotta do is throw some creepy music over this clip and it is automatically from a horror film. What is he thinking about? Sure as hell ain't nuts. We cut to Tad and Sierra on the top of this mountain taking ussies when Tad actually proposes.
I wanted to bring us together. Sierra Belmont, will you marry me?
Oh, Tad!
The problem is the ring is too big, which will be important later. I noticed on my second watch through that she never actually says yes. Tad just like assumes she said yes, which is very creepy and you should not do that. That's not okay, man. Back at the Wishing Tree, Jeff's kid puts her wish up and it's all nice and sweet with sweet music cues so we know it's a sweet moment.
Oh, very good.
Until it cuts to the chestnut man just fucking watching again. He like blows his nose so hard that the daughter's wish just blows up into space, where all wishes are known to come true, up in space. We follow this gust of wind all the way to Sierra and Tad, where it blows so hard that Sierra nearly slides off the ledge. Luckily, Tad catches her on the ring that was too big.
I'm slipping! Hold on!
So she falls and she fucking dies. Tad falls too, but nobody cares. His name is Tad. It just so happens that Jeff and the annoying couple are on their sleigh ride down the same path Sierra fell and died on. And we actually see that they're singing jingle bells without moving their mouths. So that's gotta be of some use.
Oh, what fun it is to ride on one horse open. Whoa. Oh, it better not be a dead body.
Oh, that better not be a dead body, or I'm gonna be pissed. They get Sierra to the hospital where we find out that she has amnesia and can't remember anything, not even her own name.
I know who I am. My name is...
Wicca Wicca Slim Shady? How do they not know who she is? She's like a famous person in this area, right? I mean, her dad is like a super famous hotel mogul. He's like rich and famous. How do they not know who this woman is? Turns out they don't have her prints in the system, and she doesn't have her phone, so she's kind of just stranded there. At least until Jeff offers to house her for whatever reason.
You got no identity, no money, and no place to go.
I have a place. I mean, the lodge. I mean, we have some cancellations. She could stay with us.
That's so creepy, man. You don't know this woman. You've already helped her enough. You got her to the hospital. You do not offer her shelter.
And I'm not about to follow him to some murder cabin in the woods.
Well, at least she has some sense of reasoning. But it doesn't matter because the hospital does not want her.
On second thought, I think she's probably better off here.
No.
So she has to go, which is actually terrifying to think about. You don't remember anything, and you were forced to go with this strange man off to this place you've never heard of. So there's this B plot where Tad is stranded and his phone dies, and he ends up finding this like fisherman. It's completely irrelevant to the plot of this movie. It actually pisses me off just talking about it. So just know Tad is missing, and that gives a way for Sierra to fall in love with Jeff. So Sierra gets her own room and some clothes back at the North Star Lodge, but she's just not feeling it. She's sighing all over the place. And this next scene can only be described as confusing. That is the fakest looking raccoon puppet I have ever seen in my life. Why does it emote? Why does it look surprised when it sees her? Its little eyebrows move. And if you're wondering, no, there are no other puppet animals in this entire movie. This scene is so confusing. Is this supposed to be funny? I don't understand. The next morning, Sarah wakes up and accidentally turns on Netflix. So, like any reasonable human, she shatters her fucking TV. I'm jealous. I want to do this right now, and I gotta watch this shit another time just to edit it. She also gets fucking jump scared by this family who's just like ready to greet her as soon as she opens her blinds.
Hello.
What is so fascinating about the outside of the windows of this room? It has whole families and raccoons just completely enamored. Jeff's daughter just like walks into Sierra's room right after she gets out of the shower, which is great. And she literally just starts shitting all over her.
Hello. Your room is a mess. You're the lady who doesn't know who she is, right?
I guess that's me.
Relax. She got there yesterday and she almost fucking died. She fell down like 100 million miles. Give her a fucking break. Sierra and the daughter bond over the daughter's trauma.
Oh, is this your mom?
Yeah. She died almost 2 years ago.
Which is great, but for some reason this is just like the turning point for Sierra. She just becomes like a completely different person. Oh yeah, I also forgot to mention the daughter decides that they're gonna call her Sarah. So now she's Sarah and not Sierra. That's her name now.
Sarah. I like that one.
Okay.
She goes from asking for room service and being a genuine nuisance to trying to make her own breakfast, even though she can't even remember her own fucking name. That goes about as well as expected.
Oh, please. I'm perfectly capable of making my own breakfast.
Oh! Well, you showed that egg who's boss.
They try so hard to convince us that they have any romantic or sexual chemistry, and it's so random because fucking yesterday you guys hated each other. You had a horrible first impression. And he could still be a murderer. He could still murder her just because he left her for one night just to marinate her. He could still murder her.
Egg?
So they signify this huge change in Sierra's character by having her eat bacon, which she refused to eat earlier in the movie. So, you know, she's not like other girls. She's laid back and, you know, she eats bacon.
I like bacon.
There's a little bit more B plot with Tad. Pointless, moving past it.
Hurl it at a squirrel.
So the lodge has another cancellation and they're really low on funds, as we've established, and they're not really able to clean up after themselves because they don't really have the time and they don't have the maid.
I don't know how. I mean, look at this. We can't even afford a housekeeper.
Hey.
Wait a minute. We get a pretty long happy-go-lucky compilation of Sarah trying to clean, and it's set to this catchy Christmas song. Well, almost Christmas song. They never actually once say Christmas in the song.
Wish you the merriest, the merriest,
Doctor's orders.
the merriest, yes, the merriest. We wish you the merriest, the merriest.
We wish you the happiest, the bestest, the holliest. Of course, she sucks at literally everything she does because she was rich, and rich people are slapstick characters, as we all know. Suddenly we cut to Sarah and the daughter having this like heartfelt moment, and it's just, where did these emotional lights come from? The little girl's like, you remembered your mom.
You remember your mom?
Yeah, I think I do.
And it's all great and emotional for about 30 seconds.
Look at this mess.
I'm sorry.
Great. This is the last thing I need right now.
Wow, what natural pacing for a conflict to arise right after she remembered her mom. Yeah, we don't need any time to feel for her or have like a connection with her character. Let's just fuck her off. She goes off and cries to this horse, which I get. It's a very cute horse.
I can tell you I'm pretty much a useless human. Can't do anything right. Thanks for your support. Now, let's see if I can manage to fetch some wood.
Turns out Jeff was actually there the whole time listening to her. How the fuck did he get there before her? What, did he fucking teleport? She literally she literally chucked that wood up. So after Sarah falls, Jeff comes over and immediately like sits down and doesn't help her at all.
Look, I didn't mean what I said earlier.
So they end up making up in literally 1 minute of screen time. Was this script AI generated? They end up at this Christmas market, which I gotta admit is pretty fucking sick. Too bad it's literally haunted by the Chestnut Man. Yeah, he's here too, and he's already staring at the little girl again. Dude, somebody fucking take this guy out. He's dangerous. Look at him. He just comes up and fucking touches the daughter. Like, who is this guy? Jeff, fight this guy right now. Get your hands off this fucking child. Who are you? You are not Santa. You will never be Santa. The Chestnut Man forces Sarah to look at this snow globe, which ends up making her kind of remember her mom more, which is good, but I still fucking hate this guy. Dude, stop fucking looking at people like that. What the fuck? They get back from the celebration and have a heartfelt moment where they even do that thing where they almost kiss, but like not quite.
Good night.
So Sierra wakes up the next morning, and since it's been an entire 4 days, she is of course a completely new person.
Down through the chimney with the Saint.
Thanks for staying at the North Star, and Merry Christmas.
You too.
Bye, Sarah.
Bye.
What is with the longing stares and fucking sappy ass looks in this movie? You can't artificially make a movie sweet by just pretending it's sweet and throwing in a little whimsical sound effects every once in a while. It doesn't work that way. Later, Sarah ends up finding that doll that Jeff stuffed into the drawer for whatever reason, and she ends up getting caught. Turns out it was his wife's. Who could have guessed? But he doesn't want to put it on the tree because he's not ready. So it definitely will not end up on that tree by the end of this movie. They head out to this toy drive that Jeff does every year because, you know,
every kid deserves something for Christmas.
And they help wrap presents and shit. I don't know. Who cares? This scene's pointless, but Jake ends up staring at Sierra again, which is funny.
Told you.
Jacob! They get home and end up under the mistletoe together, and this is probably the most awkward scene of the movie, which is saying a lot.
We are standing under the mistletoe.
Yes, we are.
What is he doing? Oh my god, why is it coming in like that? Coming in way too hot. It looks like you're about to faint and fall over. Is this what straight men look like when they kiss? Because if it is, I need to do some thinking. They don't end up kissing, and I know I said that last scene was the most awkward scene of the movie, but this one is definitely a close second.
Yes. Morning.
Good morning.
Ah, it's so creepy. It kind of looks like the grandma was waiting for the daughter to like say something first, so they end up just staring at the camera for like 2 seconds. Sarah has this idea to do a fundraiser with all the previous guests at the lodge to raise money for the lodge, and she brings up this idea to Jeff. Of course, Jeff says no, because if he didn't, then the movie would be over and I would be free. Freedom! He ends up storming off, but his stepmom comes in and she gives him a little pep talk about letting go and moving on, and there's some mystical sound effects, so we know it's a sweet moment.
I know it's hard,
especially this time of year.
So Sarah ends up trying to leave. She like packs her stuff, but turns out Jeff just happened to change his mind. And this time, he lasted an entire 3 minutes. Jeff!
But you said...
I know what I said, but I don't want to do this without you.
So they are doing the fundraiser, which is a happy good thing. So of course we get a montage.
Oh, you guys are doing it slow.
I'm printing. 7 p.m. Christmas Eve, there's a party at the North Star.
This movie is so fucking awkward. Oh my god. Sarah/Sierra's dad finally returns from his business trip, and he, of course, is looking for his daughter.
I don't know where she is.
What?
No, she told me not to bother her, and then, well, we found this note.
What, you just thought she was missing for 4 days and fine? They call the cops to search for her, obviously, as any sane, rational person would have done, but this group of assistants is afflicted with what I like to call Disney Channel brain.
Call the sheriff's office.
Okay, what do I say?
You tell him that I want him to find my daughter.
Questionable performance there. So many facial expressions, yet so little emotion displayed. Impressive. He does this face a lot where he like squint and he's like,
You tell him that I want him to find my daughter.
Tell him I want to find my daughter. It's like he's trying to squeeze out a really quiet fart. Tad's B-plot with the fisherman finally comes to an end, and he ends up at the police station at the same time as Sierra's dad, and they run into each other and they're both like, well, I thought you knew where she was.
Where's my daughter?
I don't know. I expect at the hotel?
No, she's not at the hotel. And I was told she's supposed to be with you.
Jeff asks Sierra if she wants a final inspection, which sounds vaguely sexual, but he ends up just meaning like a tour of the party setup.
You wanna do a final inspection?
Hey, yo!
They dance for a little and they do that thing where they almost kiss and it's super fucking awkward. But thank God the mayor shows up along with the rest of the fucking world. Oh, it's not a party unless people are grabbing snacks one by one in a single file line and chattering indistinguishably. Sarah immediately starts pressuring Jeff to get up and just start asking people for money. The people literally got there fucking seconds ago. Everybody literally just walked in and started grabbing snacks one by one.
Worry, you're gonna be great. Everyone is gonna love you. They're having so much fun.
What do you mean they're having so much fun? They just walked in. Do people just walk into parties and as soon as they enter the door, they're like, wow, I'm having a great time. He goes up to give a speech and it's super awkward. He's like, I
just wanted to say,
But then the people in the crowd are just like, shh, we want to give you money, Jeff. Take our money,
Jeff.
Anyway, I figured I owe you this much for ski lessons.
When we got married, we could not afford a honeymoon. We want to give you this.
Figured this should about cover it. This is $11.
Summit Springs Town Council has put forth a proposal to have the North Star Lodge declared an historic site.
And yep, there's a sound effect. Okay, this is a good thing. Yes! So the lodge is made into a historic monument, which is great. And literally everyone just starts handing the lodge money. So much so they have to grab a basket just to hold all these donations. So Jeff calls Sarah up to talk, and he's about to do something super heartfelt that would probably warrant a super whimsical sound effect.
everybody, would you please give a big thank you to
Sierra!
Just as Tad walks in. No! But they were just about to get together and the movie could finally fucking end! Fuck you, Tad.
Sierra. I remember that name.
Yes, that is a very common name.
That's my name.
Sierra. I know that name. I've heard it. It's my name. Buddy, your name is Grant. Sarah starts remembering her relationship with Tad and how his ring pretty much almost killed her.
It's too big.
But we all know whose fault it really was. Sierra, her real name, is about to leave reluctantly with her father, which is supposed to be like a really emotional, sad scene, but all I can focus on is this extra in the background trying so hard not to smile the whole time. Dude, you have one fucking job. The one thing you need to do right now is not smile.
I don't even know what to say. Thank you so much.
forget about it.
Oof, that is fucking cold, man. Low blow. Right after she had amnesia? No wonder your daughter's such an annoying and forgettable character. No, I'm sorry. Why am I so mean to this child? She wasn't even involved. So I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, guys. Sierra gets back to the Rich Lodge and has the first sad montage of this entire movie. It's about Jeff and their time together, and this whole thing is a waste of time. It's literally just clips from before in the movie. It's just here to pad out runtime. It's pointless. Anyway, she wakes up on Christmas Day and she makes her own bed and she makes her own breakfast, and everyone's like, what the fuck?
I hope her experience of that dreadful hostel hasn't traumatized her.
What is it with Bacon being the like determining factor between like uptight asshole and like down to earth like cool cat? It's Bacon, dude. It's meat. After all this, Sierra has to do this press conference that's being televised, and Jeff and his family are watching. She ends up shouting out the North Star Lodge, so that's like a good thing. They're gonna get a bunch of reservations.
Miss Belmont, what are your plans for the future?
Let me answer that by showing you this.
She also tries really hard to tell everyone that she doesn't love Tad, but of course, it doesn't work because this is a rom-com.
So you're engaged.
Mr. Fairchild has asked me to marry him.
You must be very excited.
And it turns out they got a plane ride to catch. Otherwise, there would be no sense of urgency driving these two back together. So we then find out that the wish that the daughter made in the beginning that was blown up into the air by fake fucking Santa Claus made all this shit happen.
When Grandma and I were at the wishing tree, didn't make a wish for myself. Made it for you, Dad. I wish for you to find someone to love. Someone like Sarah.
By knocking Sierra off a fucking cliff and almost killing her. Dude, this man is a fucking menace to society. He's a genuine supervillain. Also, just a thought, if he is supposed to be Santa, why is he fulfilling this random child's wishes? The daughter is perfectly fine. She's well off. Like, go help people eat. The daughter's like, wait, she's gonna leave? Go tell her you like her. Go tell her, Dad. Go tell her.
Okay, all right.
So they get ready to catch Sierra before she leaves, and they hop on the snowmobile, which is dead. But they just like find the sleigh from earlier that the Chestnut Man had. It's just sitting there. This is not okay. This man came on your property and left something huge. Imagine how much easier it would be for him to come in and steal something. Like, I don't know, your daughter.
Oh, yes. For how many? North Star Lodge? Oh my goodness.
Hello, North Star Lodge. Hello. Hold on. Hold. Hello, North Star Lodge. Hello. Hello. Ah! Sierra breaks up with Tad, which is so surprising. Jeff gets to the resort at the last minute, and his daughter fixes his hair by touching it.
Wait! Much better.
And of course, this wouldn't be the end of a rom-com movie if something goofy didn't happen. So Jeff ends up confessing his love to Tad, who he thinks is Sierra.
Hey, stop the car, don't move.
But I can't let you leave without telling you I'm falling in love with you.
Which is just hilarious. Jeff and Sierra finally reunite, and he for some reason brought a mistletoe.
There is this holiday tradition, but I bumped my head on the way over here, and for the life of me, I can't remember what it is.
Does he know two consenting adults can just like kiss without a mistletoe? I know it's Christmas, but the magic is still there without you dangling a fucking plant over this girl's head.
Yeah, I think I can help you out with that.
Oh, well, she fucking threw it. Oh. They kiss and the magical music plays. How sweet. No. Oh, no, he's there too. What the fuck? Where did he come from? Why is he there? What is he doing with this child? I am genuinely fucking terrified of this man. The last lines of the movie really sum up the writing potential that this movie had.
What a Christmas, guys.
Yeah, it's one I'll never forget.
Wow, guys, what a crazy, wacky Christmas. We will truly never forget this holiday. The movie also ends with this really fake blooper reel. They definitely told the actors to play it up and make it seem like they all get along and had fun making this movie. And it's just sad to watch. Wow, looks like loads of fun. You guys all really want to be there, huh? Dream roll. Well, that is basically it. This movie sucked and stuff. Do I have any message to spread or conclusion or thesis other than that? No, not really. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed, please leave a like, subscribe, turn on the notification bell and whatnot. If you want, check out my Patreon. It's only $2 a month. You get the video a day early whenever I start getting patrons. You'll get some extra goodies too. So if you want to go support me, do it there. Thanks for watching, guys. Goodbye.